We are case hitting, hunting once again. If you watched the video before, I got my dad's special guest who basically got it all started with sports cards. Today, I know he's actually excited about what we're about to rip open. Football and then baseball, which baseball is our sport. We know it like the back of our hand. So we're kind of excited. Now, this bag right here that we're looking at is actually what we bought at Walmart. And I get it, Walmart might not have the mega boxes or the hobby boxes that we always desire and want to rip open, but we're here to have fun. We're here to see if we can hit a case hit, a grail, a banger, and that's what we're going to do. So what we got is we got some value boxes and Topps 2025 baseball. We've got some Prestige 2024 football value packs, and looks like we got some hanger boxes in Topps Series 1 2025 baseball. So, also we got this little joy right here, wild card Matt 2022 draft pick football cards. All right, so we're going to start with the football first. Before I jump into that, let me show you the receipt for all these goodies, and the total out the door, $160.15. So let's see if we can make some money. And as you know, ATM Mike, Money Mike, trying to draw money, trying to hit the bangers, trying to hit the case hits and the grails. So we are going to start with, Dad, I'll let you pick. Are we starting with the 2024 Panini Prestige value packs first, or this wild card Matt 2022 draft pick football cards?
Start with the wild card Matt.
Beautiful. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can get in here. So it looks like we're looking for Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis. Oh, that's not good. We got dust. We got dust on this, so this might be a little interesting. All right, we have got one pack. That's it. That's it. Just one pack. All right, 2022 football. So we have to remember, we have to go 2 years back on the rookies. All right, here we go. Traylon Nakobe Dean for Georgia. Nicholas Pettit Ferrari. Is that a 1 of 200? Did I just hit a 1 of 200? No. Did I just hit a 1 of 200?
Here you had little expectations once you found the dust, and here you get 1 of 200.
When you wipe off the dust, that's when you pull the money. Look at that. I'll forgive him. That's Ohio State. It's okay. All right, here we got Carson Strong, Akeem, Drake Jackson, David Bell, CJ Verdle, Jalen Warren. Ooh, Brian Robinson Jr. I like that. Caleb Ellaby. And another Nakobe Dean. Did he go anywhere? Alright, so what did I pay for this? I don't even know where the receipt is. So we got to explode Nakobe Dean, but I think the card is going to be the 1 of 200. Look at this. I'm shaking like I'm so nervous that I just hit a 1 of 200. That's insane. That's insane. So we better sleeve that. And again, I'll forgive them that Ohio State. Oh, you go, no, right here. Bo Schembechler, greatest coach ever, Michigan, go blue. But hey, that's all right. Ohio State, out. As long as I get paid, I'm okay with it. All right, so we're going to go on to the Prestige 2024. All right, so I got to make sure Cortland Sutton, Julius Peppers, Michael Wilson, Trey Hendrickson, Lamar Jackson, Jake Ferguson, Mozart, Flipper Anderson, Puka, Khalil Mack, Gus Edwards, Tyree Wilson, Debo, Alex, Najee, Devin White, Saquon, Tony Adams, Breece Hall, Michael Penix Jr. Very nice. All right. So now we're rocking. Theo Johnson, Brandon Fisk. Look at there, my Michigan boy, Roman Wilson, wide receiver for the Steelers. Ooh, we got some color, Dad. Some Kyle Hamilton, extra points. Richard Sherman on the extra points. What do we got here? Time stamped. T. Higgins.
These are your variations out of this pack?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I was collecting cards. We didn't have all these variations of these cards, like all this color. And, nowadays, I mean, these variations, they're worth a couple, anywhere from hundreds of dollars up to thousands of dollars. Puka, Alma Matters, and then Youth Movement, a little Jackson Smith, JSN, very nice. So these variations, like if you can hit a variation, like for instance, like a Jaden Daniels variation, could be worth $2,000-$3,000 if it's graded at a Gem 10. And growing up, we didn't have that. It was insane. Jerry Jeudy.
And back in the olden days, from the 65 to 72, when I was collecting, we were all focused on getting the individual player. Our variations back in those days was home run hitters, RBI leaders, that type of stuff.
For the record, Harrison Bucker.
Get your 67 Carl Yastrzemski.
Powerhouse Derrick Henry. Hold on, I gotta go through these real quick. Make sure pretty sure there's some rookies in here. Ooh, Herman Moore. You know the deal.
Oh, yeah.
All Detroit gets sleeved up, no matter who it is. Detroit's our team, so that's why. Here we go. Jamari Thrash, Chop, Cameron Kitchens, Shanu. Okay. All right, last one of the Prestige, and then we move on to baseball. Will Shipley, Ruka, Michael Pratt, a little Lad McConkey. Okay. And then Aaron Jones on the extra points. Darius Robinson on the extra points. For the record, little Jerry Rice, Alma Matters, Bobby Wagner on the prestigious pros, and then Tyree Wilson on the youth movement. Not bad. All right, let the fun begin. Now, before we jump in to this 2025 Topps Baseball, I don't really know a lot of the players we're going for. So, Dad, we're looking for the rookies. I know the variations we're going for, and I know a couple of the players. But, Dad, who are we really trying to hit in these 6 boxes? Rookies that we're really, looking for and getting excited about.
Oh, I mean, you have the Jackson Holiday young man from Baltimore. an up-and-coming player, the Max Clark for Detroit. Probably will spend one more year in the minors before you see him in Detroit for a long time. Right now, he's playing on the breakout series with against the Atlanta Braves up-and-coming stars. So Max is a good one. 101. He was a first-round draft pick for Detroit. So, I mean, each team, there's a lot of up-and-coming stars. You just got to open the pack up like we did in the kid, and see who you get.
All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got in here. So we've got a hanger box. So we're going to go through a lot of these pretty quick. Ooh, Jackson Holiday, Future Stars.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. Very nice. Rafaela.
Yep.
For the Red Sox.
Yeah, I see a lot of greatness for him. Great stories out of these kids too.
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson is probably one of the most outstanding. He's only 22 years old and really, had a great season last year at 22. He's 23 this year. Gunnar from Alabama, and believe it or not, was only a second-round draft pick.
Wow. Spencer Schwellenbach.
Yep.
Riley Green.
Riley has been up for about 2 years. On his this will be his third year with the Tigers, and I think he's going to settle in at left field. And they got him pegged in left field where, Max will be the center fielder, Max Clark.
You know the deal. Detroit gets sleeved up every time. Doesn't matter who it is. So let's keep it going. Wilber Diaz. Ben Rice.
Ben's a name that the Yankees are going to be counting on this year with the retirement of Rizzo.
Brooks Baldwin. Francisco Lindor, DJ Hurst.
You got some stars in there.
Freddie Furman.
Lindor is a good shot at making the Hall of Fame. Those are your holds. You get them, you hold them.
Casey Mize. Dad, what'd you say about Casey Mize?
Casey Mize this year really put on the weight and muscle and is really having an outstanding spring. Had arm surgery coming out of Auburn, but it was a first-round draft pick out of Detroit. And spent because of the Tommy John surgery, it's been about 3-4 years. But this year he has become the dominant pitcher. And you combine him with Tariq Skubal, and you're going to be, the Tigers are going to be pretty good at that rotation.
All right, Dad, we have got some color here. So we're going to go with the Clayton Kershaw.
Out of Texas, the boy out of Texas.
1990. Matt Chapman on the Stars of MLB. Juan Soto. Ronald Acuna Jr., Bobby Witt Jr. Ooh, we got a... Ain't bad. Kobe Mayo.
Kobe Mayo. A big slugger for Baltimore.
That might be worth some money right there.
Yeah, he's one of those outstanding prospects. And the thing is if you're looking for prospects, Detroit Tigers was ranked as the number one in the Major League Baseballs as the best farm system. So there's some prospects in there that are coming up.
Hope their cards are worth money. All right, hanger box number 2. Hanger box number 2. Now, to save on a little time, I'm just going to go straight back to the variation cards.
And on these cards for baseball, like I had told you when we started for your collection in the late 80s, is that every card out of here has a value and will never go down.
Adrian Beltre, right there
Hall
in
of Fame.
1990. Bryce Harper, Stars of MLB.
One of the best in games, along with Trout. Wow.
Dylan Cruz,
Up and coming star out of LSU. Played with Paul Skeens, who's becoming a dominant pitcher in the National League.
Brooks Lee, and then Eric.
Ready?
All right, let's keep it going. We got 2 more packs out of this box, Dad, and then we have got 2 more boxes. Woo! Tariq Skubal, my boy.
Last year's Cy Young winner. Tariq was a 5th round draft pick. 5th round out of Seattle.
If there's someone that knows more than baseball, they're not out there. My dad knows more about the baseball players of today and past than you'll ever know. So we got a Stars of MLB, Ronald Acuna Jr.
I love him. He is such a talented. If he could stay healthy, he had major ACL on the right knee a couple years ago. Then he had it on the left knee starting last year. Won't be ready towards May.
We got some shimmer, Dad.
Uh-oh.
Got some shimmer.
Shimmer means what?
Tanner Scott.
That is a solid left-handed pitcher right there.
That's nice. Jordan Westberg. Angel Martinez. Jack Kachowicz. Mike Trout.
Mike
I
Trout.
don't know.
I hope Trout stays healthy and has one of his Trout years. He's just now in his prime. He's in the middle of his prime. At least have a couple years before they start to decline in the mid 30-year-old range.
Tani. On the average. Freddie Freeman.
Freddie is one of my all-time favorites.
Kenta
Maeda.
You know the deal.
He gets a sleeve.
He gets a sleeve. Alright, so let's see. We got Bryce Harper on the Stars of MLB.
Anything Bryce Harper it'll just keep rising in value. Everything will rise in value, but Harper definitely will rise because he's destined for the Hall of Fame.
Alright, we got Rangers, Dad. What do you think? Throwback? 1990. So this is this was 1990.
Well, could it be Nolan Ryan? Julio, not Pudge Rodriguez? Corey Seager. Right out of Charlotte. First round draft pick.
Show you guys what I've got going on. All right. Robaleski. Nick Sogard. Zenzo. Let's go. Oop, Jace Jung. You know the deal. Oh. You know the deal. All Detroit boys goes in a sleeve. So we had some pretty good ones to add to the collection. We'll wind up probably selling some of these. But here is the big one so far. Justin Henry Malloy on the gold. 1439 out of 2025. So 1439 out of 2025. So there's only, so to give you an idea, Dad, there's only 2,025 of these gold variation cards. Brandon Lowe on the team border. So instead of a white border, it's got the team border. Freddie Furman on the gold. This is a pretty good one. 166 out of 2025. So that's You know, that's pretty good. That's a low number. Paul Skeens on the Stars of the MLB. Kobe Mayo on the Stars of the MLB. Dylan Cruz on the Stars of the MLB. And then Jordan Alvarez on the Gold Sand Shimmer. 23 out of 50. That means only 50 gold. So not bad. Not bad. I believe we got our money back.
In the old days is that we collect them, keep collecting them, and then knowing your cards, once you get doubles and triples, now you take those doubles and triples and you trade them or you sell them.
Exactly.
You always keep a base of getting every card. That's the way we used to do it in the old days when it was black and white.
So I want to thank my dad, one, for turning me on to baseball cards and sports cards, two, sitting in with me and ripping these cards. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you liked this video, please like and comment. Definitely comment. Let me know what you want me to rip next. As I said, this is a journey and an adventure that I want to take you on because I have never hit these types of cards before, so I am all in. I'm trying to find those case hits, the bangers, the grails, and I am going from vintage 50s all the way up to present day. So let me know what you want me to rip, so that way I'll do it for you. And also hit the subscribe button so you'll know when the next video is put out, and see you guys in the next video. Happy ripping.